Hi, Susana. So today is Monday, January 7th, and I got your audio and I replied, you probably saw the reply, and I have to say, I know you send me a lot of stuff all the time, and that's great, but at the same time, when you sent me the audio, I was like, whoa, this is a lot of information. And I wonder, I don't want to say that I'm worried about you, but I feel like there's so much going on that I almost feel like you have to stop. You need to stop and think about your priorities, okay? And I think I haven't done it. So I'm gonna do the reading right now, okay? But the first thing I want to start with is what's going on with you and what you should do, because my sense, Susanna, and I know because in Latin America things are complicated, okay? I just get a bad feeling that you're being roped into these situations, and you shouldn't be. You should be live. Where are you living? It's like you're building this how you've said, and it was hard, to pay it, because normally this is what I when I do readings for people. I spend 5 minutes understanding the story, like not 40 minutes or whatever, however long that was. So it should be simple. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the questions should be simple, but it's almost like your mind is spinning with all these worries, okay? And I think it's time for you to take a break if you can, okay, and just think about all of this. I don't feel this is beneficial to you at all. If I were you, I would sell. Just try to cut the binds, okay? Because when you started, you told me the guy seems very untrustworthy. The guy whose photos you sent me. Then you told me about your brother who said he has a wife who's very demanding, wants money. Honestly, the first thing I thought was like, oh, he's using the excuse of the wife as a means to, it's like you're supporting these people and they're using this is my feeling, okay? But I feel like the more you give, the more stuff's going to be taken away from you. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about this feeling that you're being kind of like bamboozled. The people they're lying to you, and so, not just lying, but there's shady stuff going on. And I feel like you have to think, what do you want for your life, okay? Because you have to give a limit. You need to give a limit to yourself and to people, okay? So this is it. And like I said, I wanted to help you my whole all this time, but I feel like it just clicked for me, okay? That right now helping you has to do with making you see it from a distance, okay? What's going on? Because there's so much detail that, I mean, I think I understand Spanish really well. It wasn't the Spanish, is that it's so, it's everything is so complicated. But why is it so complicated? Okay? Why are you putting so much energy into something that is clearly taking more energy than it gives back? You know what I mean? That's my concern here, is that it's dragging you down so much. Okay? So let's see what's going on with. Let me just do the visions and then we'll do the cards. Okay. What's going on, Susana? What's going on, Susana, right now? So, Susana, I know what I see here. Close my eyes. I see you walking, okay? Almost as if it's a factory. Like you're walking first and you're looking up as if, you had these dreams or these goals, right? And you're walking, but then suddenly you you're walking like this, thinking about things you dream about. And then suddenly when you look forward, look ahead of you, you are walking on a factory conveyor belt, and there's all these people, like you're being treated like a machine, okay? And there's all these people kind of touching you, like making use of you, and then you roll down, and there's a ramp that goes downward, and you kind of go down, and it's overwhelming, okay? So you're exhausted because you're being utilized, I think, okay? So what should I tell Susanna about her growth? And what is her path, and how could she get out of the situation that to me seems so confusing and so unproductive for herself? The image I got, Susanna, was that you sitting down in a kind of like a couch or a bed on the floor, like as if you were a teenager, okay, and kind of creating. with a hand doing this little bubble thing, and you stepping inside of this and protecting yourself and saying, I'm going to spend my time doing this. Whatever it is, you're playing music, whatever it shows me like you're having fun, you're just joyful and enjoying yourself. And you're in this bubble and you say to them, I'm not available. I'm doing my thing now. Okay? So it's about, you have to set the boundaries because people are going to take from you if you don't. Okay? So that's my sense here. Okay? This is just about your life energy being, not just money, but your life energy is being drained out of you. And that's my sense here. Okay? That you have to go to find things that give you enjoyment. And you kind of, it's almost like, I feel like you've been scammed. I'll just say it, Susana. I wonder if you've been scammed. And you just have to get out of it. Okay? Don't give anybody any money anymore. And if they can't do it, they have to deal with it. They have to deal with less money. They have to deal with whatever. But just get out of this. Try, what do you want to build for yourself? Because unless you really build something that's a bit more lasts longer, you're going to be caught up in these daily, all everyday issues that, and the money it's like, it makes no sense what they were telling me financially, mathematically speaking. That, you paid, but you didn't pay, but the money didn't go. And it's just like, I think there's somebody who's taking your money and doing something else with it. Okay? That's my sense. But let's see what is going on with Susana right now. I've already, I did the visions, and let's find out more details because that's my sense. Okay. And I wrote some of the questions, and like I said, I just don't recommend, I don't know that I knew all of the, it's impossible to understand all the details you told me. Like I said, I expect the client to have up to 5 minutes telling me something, okay? Half an hour, 35, it's too long, okay? So it means I feel like you need to rest your brain. You're in a kind of a process where your mind is in overdrive. So, okay? But let's see here what's going on and what, how you can move forward and what's the way forward here, okay? All right, so let's. Okay, so just initially, this is interesting. This is a card of the Hermit, meaning a person looking inward. It's actually a really good card for you right now because it shows that you're isolated from the world, but that you're also looking like a priest, okay, like a monk. Like you're looking inward and evaluating everything. This is the Tower in this context of Lenormand. It means that an institution, okay? So this would be the law, the legal stuff. This is working or work. Now, this is a really interesting card, okay? Because you said you had a brother who's in the military. We talked about it. I don't think this is necessarily your brother. Because upside down just means enemies and attacks from enemies. So this is what goes with what I was saying before. There's a sense here that you're working, but you have these hidden enemies, people working against you, okay? Then you have, this is money or stability. Then we have success, or, and in this case, it also has to do with looking into something, right? So it's like having a lantern and looking the light, seeing the truth about something. This is the military. It could be the brother, but it could also be something official. It just means something official. I think it could very well be official. Now, this is money. This is bank account, and upside down, problems with bank account or cash flow. Okay. Then we have here, this is essentially a man who is emotionally stable, and this is unstable. Okay. Then we have, this is stress. It's also corruption and loss. This is a child or a new opportunity. And this is the house upside down. So there's issues with the house. Okay, so this is what I think. This is just a broad overview, Susana. This tells me that I think this is the legal stuff you're telling me about. This is something comes out about the legal issues and it causes stress, or it points to losses, which is sort of what you were telling me on your recording, that there's all this money that he paid but it never goes anywhere and all those things. Now, what I wanted to point out here, okay, is that this is the enemy, okay, attack or a hidden enemy, something happening behind your back related to money, okay, meaning related to, there's some money missing and connected to a house here, okay? So this is what I think is happening, is that you are realizing what is going on. Because you have the sun, okay? So the sun is pretty much at the center, and you're looking to the military, or you're looking into something official connected to the legal issues here, and you're realizing that there's a lot of losses, okay? And that the house is a huge headache. And I think there's this problem here that someone may have taken something from you, okay? I believe it. Okay, this is what I said. Okay, so let me just close my eyes for this first part. Okay, so what is this broad look? Yeah, it shows me here, Susana, you know what, Legos or like a Monopoly, like a game thing. It shows that you collected this money, right? Every day, you know, all the time you were working and putting money to pay for the house, you put it in a little pile. And as you go away, somebody grabs the pile. So then you look a little bit later on, or maybe a few months later, where's the money? Where did the money go? Somebody took the money. So there's an issue here where this money goes, or there's like all these people who have already kind of made their shady deals here connected to this house. Okay, so, okay, I'm trying to think here. So what should Susana do in this circumstances? Okay, what should Susana do? Considering this, what is the best what's useful action for her? Okay, so let's start here. This is an invitation. Okay. This is private, personal finances, power, matriarch, worry. Message upside down. So some sort of weird message that really worried you. Okay, so, and it affects your personal finances. It also means boss, but I think in this case it has to do with your personal finances. Now, this is interesting because it's I think it's very apt in your situation. You feel that you're tied. Your hands are tied and you can't get away from it. But part of it is right? You are in the situation that you can get away from, but it's complicated. This is a change, moving away from something, or moving. This is something private, okay? So this is in private. It's also living room, your privacy, or your private idea of yourself. This is La Constanza, something that has been going on, but you may want to leave. Okay, so this is home, literally. Okay, this is making a choice, or yeah, going a certain direction. This is house, and this is legal issues. Okay, this is the lawyer, so there are some legal issues that are missing, something missing. So you see some sort of invitation that you feel like you're tied to something, and it has to do with home, probably your home country, okay? Now, this is you considering moving and going in a different direction. This is house and the legal problems, worry, negative messages, leaving. So this set of cards, Susana, has to do with the advice. So what should you do, or could you do? Okay, so This is the invitation. There's worries about your personal finances and all these negative news. Suddenly you get bad news, okay? You feel that you're tied. We want to move on, but privately you feel there's a kind of connection here. On the one hand, you want to leave, but on another, you feel really tied to this. But the sense is consider leaving. Really think about it, because it's really, it's like killing you inside, okay, mentally. Okay, and then you have here, this is home, this is making a choice, home, and then legal issues, okay? So I think it's suggesting here, what do you have to lose? This is like, what I sense here, especially even with these cards, is that all these issues bring to you are headaches. Like that's a source of enormous headaches. So what if you left all of this? What is the easiest way or fastest way for you to get rid of these things? Get rid of the house, get rid of everything, because all it does, you are the only person who's putting money down in this situation, okay? So I would really think about it, okay? And if they can't, if for example, they're like, well, we need your money to pay for it, then like, okay, we'll sell the house, okay? Because what I have the sense that what is happening here, they're taking, and then what? So that they're kind of using some of the money for their own expenses, I think, okay? So you have to stop this, not just because you need to take care of yourself, but because it's sneaky, okay? It's not right. All right? Okay. So what's going to happen next? Okay, I wrote the questions I had here, Susana. So, okay, so I feel like I feel like I already know the question. Should Susana do all the credit card debt to get, no, don't get the credit card debt. No, I don't think so. Yeah. So here, look, it's the hangman means something that you're going to be forever, tied up, right? This is important. You get tied up, and this is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And this is marriage, but I think this could also, you told me that you are married, so this could also cause troubles in the marriage, but also the partners are shady, okay? So don't do this. I think it's a no. All right? So should you go with the guy who's promising to sell the house? Should you go with that guy? No. There's a beginning of plans, but the plans may not work out. This is stress and worry. A lot of money. Legal problems, okay? So the law upside down. This is not good. So this would only cause stress and anxiety. There's some pending legal issues that would be a no. Okay, so should you sell the 80% of the house and leave the 20% to the niece? Is it possible? Is this gonna? So here's on top here, we have feeling defeated, sad news, recognizing this feeling of defeat, okay, and this is a woman here feeling hopeless. Then we have aggression, the young woman, the teenager, fight, again, aggression and abroad or travel. This is interesting, getting what you want. This is a court, this is something hidden, and this is love, okay, or something good. I think here there's interesting suggestions here, Susana, that there's stuff that you may not know and that you need to know everything, okay? So there's more stuff to come out, but that in order to get what you want, you have to uncover this stuff there's more to come. It's not the moment to make a decision, okay? So what should she do about this stuff that is connected to the niece? What's going to happen? Okay, what's going to happen? The fact that you have the devil here, Susanna, to me it suggests that there's some sort of treachery here behind the scenes. They're helpers though, okay? There's this meetings of there's a helpful thing, ways to move forward. This is an ending, brings unexpected money and meetings. And this is growth or family conversations, also siblings, and then some sort of treachery. Okay, well, know what I think? I think there's something connected to the siblings that's a little bit shady, okay? That you don't know the full story, and that's I think the core of it all, is that they're telling you something that's not truthful, okay? So let's see here. There's more, like I said, it's kind of early to make decisions, okay? Let's see here, go back to the question. So, okay. So definitely, okay. So can she trust her brothers? Okay, let's look at this. It's a tough question, but let's ask it. Can Susana trust her brothers when it comes to the sales of these houses in a situation? Okay. You know what I think, Susanna? It's interesting. It doesn't so show. It's not as bad as I thought it could be. Okay, so this is a sly person or clever, or it could also be the spy card. But essentially, it's like a person who's clever. This is a long time or long term change. There's a change. Now, Gran Signore could have been you, so you call him Signore, right? The upside down. So there's some. This is a character that pretends to have money but doesn't. So there's this issue here, okay? So there's a sense of that somebody's pretending to be what they're not. This is a deal, a partnership. This is public. It's also a gathering. This is also public. But if it's the garden, it could also be property, indeed, okay? Gute Dame, good woman, I think it could be you. Now this is Gran Consolazione is the big prize, upside down. So because these two, it's interesting card together. So this is the person who pretends to be rich, but it's like it's a mirage. The money or the big prize is not real. It's not realizing, okay? And this is a stalemate making a decision. This is a letter or a document. This is hope and fortune, okay? So I feel like, Susanna, you are in the process. This is a something long-term decision about the garden and documents. This is a change to the woman and her visions and your vision of what you think is right. And you're dealing with the fact that there may not be much money there. And yet, towards the end, it seems to work. Okay, so what's going to happen with these issues that she has with the brothers? How are they going to be resolved? Let's just continue here to see how it comes. Yeah, so disappointment, the snake is some sort of treachery, a long term or long distance or long way. Yeah, so you uncover, like I said, you're dealing with this. I feel like this is quote unquote the moment of truth, what you're living, okay? That you're dealing with understanding these issues regarding your brothers, that it's like you had the idea that something's going to happen, it's not really happening. And the falsità, in a way, is a great card because the truth is revealed. Whatever it is, it's going to come out. And you're disappointed because you feel like you're betrayed. Okay, that's just what it's suggesting. Okay, and then we have this is childhood or the past. Yeah, see, this is interesting. This is pain or heavy, something heavy, and this is to come to something becoming known. So this is a right. So connects to what you become aware. Oh, look, disgrazia, right? So 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 this is the thing, okay, Susanna, this is what I think, okay? I don't mean to be negative or anything. I just feel like it's always best to understand the truth, okay? So it shows that there's more to come out about this, okay? But in the end, like I said, my vision for you, Susanna, not the brothers, is that you should focus on things that are important to you. And that if these things don't work, or if there's a lot of sadness here, it's because you're trusting people who are not doing good for you, regardless of whether they're brothers or not. You know what I mean? So I just feel like you have to really think about, why are you taking on these burdens? Why? That's my question. I don't understand why you have to be putting yourself through this. Does it make sense? Because it's heavy. It's very heavy. You know what I mean? So this is it, okay? So after, okay, so this, I'm gonna put this away. So what happens after all this? So you have to really think about it. Yeah, I feel like you have to really stop and think about what you really want in your life, as opposed to always being urgent, urgent, urgent. Okay, so this is it. I think you have to really address this, and it could be a good thing, because at least it's like the reality comes. It's like all this shady, all this stuff. Like, okay, let me just add. This is not something you asked, but I want to know. What if, is there a way that Susana could, what happens if Susana stops paying all this stuff? What happens? There's debts, okay, somebody with money, an offer, an ending. Not happen right away. Yeah, this is false person, you see? There's a lot of treachery here, Susana, just to be honest, okay? This is the mountain, sadness, okay? Change. Travel. Yeah, wow. So I wonder, if there's a way that you can be bought out of this, okay? So that you don't have to be putting money in there anymore. This is an offer from the mountain. I feel like this is an ending. Okay, it could be this is how you get out of the situation. This is a sadness and then lack of loyalty upside down. So you couldn't, people that you thought you could trust, you couldn't trust. So it's just, there's a sense of disappointment, okay? And that it is what it is. Okay, I'm sorry to say it. It's just like that maybe you, if anything, you can figure out if you can be bought out of it. Okay, somebody can buy you out of these things. But I don't personally, on a like logical level, I don't understand why you're still in the situation. Okay, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, you're kind of being, yeah. So what is the best thing for Susana to keep in mind? What is the true? What is going on here in on a bigger scale? So Susana, here we have the money, the woman with the money upside down, Wheel of Fortune, and heartbreak. Could also be blackmail. Okay, so there's just essentially a lot of stress. This is an older man, losses or theft, something dishonest. Okay, and this is the judge. Okay, then we have foreign, something sudden or cutting a deal in the foreign place. Okay, so if you had a deal before, then you break it, or there's something else. And this is interesting because this is the money that a surprise, but this is the family. Okay, so this, it could be that this money that you thought was going to be, it's not going to be. And you have the prison. Now the prison, I don't think it's necessarily a prison. I think, like I said, it's the sense that you feel imprisoned by your obligations. Okay, so it's just a matter of you really assessing what is in it for you. Okay, really, right? Why do you have to do this? I don't know. Okay, I understand you have some sort of obligation towards them. You want to help them, but not if it means killing yourself and being lied to. Okay, sorry, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it is what it is. So this is it, Susana. I'm going to just stop it for now. Okay, I think. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be harsh, but I feel like after I saw this, I just, it was kind of crazy. Okay, when you sent me that recording, I was like, what's going on? So this is what I think. I think right now there's too many unknowns. Don't make any decisions. Okay, just try to see if there's a possibility you can get out of this. Okay, don't put more money into this at all. because I don't know, it's just not, it's not right. Figure out what's going on, okay? Even if it's painful, but don't, I don't know why you're taking all the money you make here and putting there and it's not working. And why? I don't know. Okay, so you have to figure out, and I'm not talking about why in whatever it is they promised or whatever it is you think is going to work out. What I mean is that why are you every single moment of your life you're putting money there when you don't even seem to be that connect. You have your siblings, but I don't know that you want to be retired there. I don't know when you live here. So what is the purpose of this? I don't know. And this is what I'm asking. You know what I mean? So, all right. So I'm gonna stop here and let me know, if you have questions after he says. I know it's harsh. So I'm gonna stop here. Okay. All right.